Welcome everyone to Gentle Yoga with Leo Gray for Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center, Palm Springs. Visit us on the web at urbanyoga.org, on Facebook at Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center. Stop by the tip jar, check out the schedule. YouTubers, subscribe to the YouTube channel for us. I'm going to start today sitting or kneeling as you like. I'm going to sit up on these blocks as I like to. Just get comfortable, whatever that means for you. What that sound was. Okay. Some random electronic sound that I don't think was my laptop. Get comfortable, and if you want to, close your eyes. Whatever random sounds come up in my environment or yours are just things to weave into practice, things to integrate, things to observe. Feel your contact with whatever you're sitting or kneeling on, whatever surfaces. Taking in sensation, whatever that is for you. I can feel this air conditioner blowing on me. I'm very thankful for that. We hear the sound of another yogi entering the waiting room. We'll let them in. Whatever's going on in your environment and whatever's going on in your body. Scan your body to see how everything's feeling. Making note in particular of anything that doesn't feel so good, so you can stay mindful about that as we go, knowing you can skip or modify whatever you need to. If you wish to set some intention of your own for this practice, you can do that now too. And let's take 3 deep cleansing breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth with a sigh. Let your eyes open if they're closed. Let your chin come down towards your chest. Let your arms hang at your sides so your shoulders are disengaged. Gently and slowly roll your ear towards your shoulder. Let your head tip back. Continue in nice, soft circles. Welcome to November. See, yesterday in the US, it was Halloween. For pagans everywhere, it was Samhain, with the veil between the worlds is thinnest. The worlds are closer together. And it's Day of the Dead here in Mexico, which I just learned today is it's 2 days, Days of the Dead. Today is about dead children, and adults have been dead less than a year. And then tomorrow is about the rest of the dead. Like Samhain, the connections between the worlds are thinner, things are closer. Well, maybe thinking about connection today. Yoga is about connection. The word yoga means yoking, connecting. We link body and mind, we link breath and movement. Let's change the direction of our circles. We work with the connection between how our bodies feel and how they move. What movements can accommodate what we're feeling, what movements can help what we're feeling, can ease unwanted or unpleasant sensation, but also taking care of those things, making room. When you finish the next circle, lift your gaze and look forward. Raise your right shoulder up towards your ear. Slide it back, let it down. And left shoulder up and back, and down. Reach your arms out to the sides and just rest your fingertips on the floor. Inhale, reach your right arm up alongside your ear. And as you exhale, reach to the left. Your head can be wherever your neck feels comfortable. Inhale to come upright. As you exhale, come into a twist. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist some more. Let yourself unwind, come through center. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Exhale, reach to the right. Folks on Zoom, you'll see some backyard ocean view going on the screen. Yanni and our friend Carolina are joining us through the back patio area between the balcony and the water. Looks like maybe trying to figure out where to put the iPad. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come into your twist. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist some more. It's wonderful connections. We have me here in Cozumel. We have folks on Zoom in Palm Springs, and then we have other folks on Zoom also in Cozumel, not all that far away. But enjoying the sun and the fresh air. Maybe still practicing in wet swimsuits, having just gotten out of the water. Let yourself unwind and come through center. Rest your hands on your knees or your thighs. Inhale, bring your heart forward, let your head tip back. Exhale, bring your heart back, let your head tip forward. Continue at the pace of your own breath a few more times. This is a great one for connecting the movement to breath with conscious intent. Forward movement really helps the lungs fill. The backward movement really helps the air exit the body. You can look at it the other way too. The inhale helps the forward movement. The exhale helps the backward movement. After your next exhale, sit up for a moment, rest your hands in front of you, and just walk them forward as far as you want. Let your head come down between your arms, let your neck disengage. Breathe into your back. Inhale and walk your hands back. Press yourself upright and take your time to shift. Come up onto your hands and knees. Maybe you tip forward like that, or maybe you tip to one side, however you want to get there. Squaring things off, knees under the hips and wrists under the shoulders. Reach back and press into the wall of your left foot. Take a couple breaths. With your next inhale, reach your right arm out to the side. If you want, on the next inhale, pick your left foot up, reach straight back in the air through the sole of your foot. And if you like to go even further, bend your knee, reach back, grab your foot or your ankle, kick against your hand, lift your knee, lift your chin, look up a little. Release and lower down. Reach back, press into the ball of the right foot. On an inhale, reach your left arm to the center. If you like, on the next inhale, pick your right foot up and reach straight back. And if you want, bend your knee, reach back, see about taking that bind. Release and lower down. Step your left foot up between your hands and your right foot up next to it. Hang out in your forward fold. Sway back and forth. Bend one leg, bend the other leg. Feel the weight of your head drawing down towards the floor. Lengthen your neck. Nod your head a bit, gently and slowly. Shake your head a bit. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach out to the sides. Exhale, reach for your shoulder blades and hug yourself, or take eagle arms, intertwine your arms, press your hands together, reach your elbows and hands up and forward. Inhale to open up, and as you exhale, cross the opposite way. Inhale, open up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, out and up. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms up, reach your palms up, look up at your hands, lift up your heart. Maybe your hips drift forward. Inhale, come up to center. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale to come up. Exhale to bend to your right. Inhale to come up. Exhale to let your arms come down. Inhale out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands and step back to plank. Exhaling, slowly lower all the way down. Keep your elbows in towards your body as you lower down. Press into your hands. Inhale, lift your head and chest to whatever height feels okay in your back. Exhale, rock back and up to downward dog. Pedal your feet up and down. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale down. Rest your fingertips on the floor. Step your left foot back. Plant the ball of your foot under his lunge. Inhale, reach forward and up. Crescent lunge. You can also press your hands to your leg to help you come up that way. You can let the back knee down if this high lunge is too much, come down like that. Exhale, sink forward, draw your arms down here, cactus arms. Inhale, glide back, reach up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. From the top of the movement, let's twist. First to the left. Left hand back, right hand forward. Right hand can drop to your knee. Let's reverse. Inhale, tip back, reach up, look up towards your right hand. Maybe your left hand is hanging in the air. Maybe it's resting on your leg or on your back or your hip. Inhale, level off if you reversed. Maybe you didn't. Come through center, hands by your heart. Then twist to the right. And if you want, reverse again. Inhale, tip back and reach up. Bring your arms level again if you reversed. Come through center, hands by your heart. Bring your hands down to the floor. And step your left foot forward. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale down. Rest your fingertips on the floor. Step the right foot back from this lunge. If you want, let the back knee down. Inhale, bring your arms up. Find steadiness on your feet and legs as I almost crash sideways. Exhale, sink forward, arms down. Inhale, glide back, arms up. And then twist to the right. If you want, reverse, sit back, reach up. If you reverse, bring your arms level again. Come through center. Twist to the left. And if you want, reverse, inhale, sit back, reach up. Level off. Come through center. Bring your hands down. Step your left foot back to your right. Take 3 cleansing breaths in downward dog and make your way to child's pose. Vary your child's pose as needed. Make it your own. Listen to your body. Inhale and come forward and up to table. Take your time, and as you're ready, exhaling, press back and up to downward dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, down. Step your left foot back, plant the ball of your foot. We're going to make our way to lizard pose here. So you could let the back knee down or keep that knee up for now. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot. So both your hands are inside that foot. And if you've got blocks, you could use your blocks under your hands here, if you like. Start to wiggle that right foot out by the edge of your mat. And if you want, let that foot rock onto the outer edge like this. And then you can go ahead and let the back knee down. Maybe you already did it. Uncurl the back toes. You want to keep the knee raised, you can, but it becomes a bit much once you start to let that knee go out to the side. So we're just going to explore opening the hips here like this. You might scoop the left knee back. Might walk your hands forward. You might come down onto your forearms or just bring your hands forward. Maybe it's forearms on the ground, maybe you're on the blocks, maybe you just bend your elbows more and can lower. My forearms are not on the ground. I think you can't tell from that angle. I could put blocks here and then I can get my forearms on the blocks. And just see where your hips want to go. You can make little adjustments as your hips open and settle, giving them room to do so, maybe a little further. If you find you've gone too far, back up, rewind things, listen to your body. Hips are full of connections. All kinds of big muscles, there's tendons, there's ligaments here. We're opening things, we're not, of course, disconnecting anything. Let's start to really rewind, make your way back up onto your hands, lengthen your arms. You can flatten the foot if you tipped it. You keep your blocks just on the side. Wiggle the foot in. Bring the right hand back outside of the foot. Scoot the knee forward. And let's curl the left toes under. Press into your foot to lift your knee. Runner's lunge. And then step your left foot forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, back down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. I can really feel the difference in the hips. It'll be even better after we do the other side. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale down. Rest your fingertips. Step your right foot back. And take your time. You can bring your left hand inside the left foot, wiggle the left foot out. Let the back knee down when you want. Maybe you did already, maybe you're not there. I'm keeping mine up a little more here. Bring the foot out to the side. Start to rock onto the outer edge of that left foot. And you can keep this back leg long. Keep the knee up the whole time if you want. That's one way to do it. I find it's a bit much today. I'll let this knee down and then curl those toes. And explore. How's it going to go on this side? Maybe it's a little different, maybe it's very different. So we ask where the hips want to go instead of ordering ourselves around, pushing and making things happen, inviting openness. Maybe on one side you use props where you didn't use them on the other side. Think of sending your breath into your hips, sending your breath to any tight places, any tightness you feel. Breathing ease in, breathing in some more room. Inviting openness. Take your time, backing up, lifting your torso, rocking that foot back down. Scoop the knee forward. Let's bring the left hand back outside the foot. Engage the back foot. Press into it to engage the back leg. Step forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, back down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. So after deep hip work like that, heart openers are nice, energetic counters. So we'll do a standing deep heart opener called a standing supported camel. So camel is this thing we do kneeling on the ground, which is not very accessible for a lot of us, myself included. So I like this standing variation. And I'm turning so you can see what I do with my hands. Actually, I'll turn all the way around. You might just have your hands like this, about at your waistband, imagining hands in your back pockets, so most of us don't have pockets on our yoga outfits. If you want to go deeper, you can, or maybe you can, put your hands this way with your fingers pointing up. Now this is a lot of force on your fingers, your hands, your wrists and forearms. So it doesn't feel good for everyone. I enjoy how it feels. So I'm going to do this way. You want to draw those elbows in towards each other. So whether your fingers are pointing down or pointing up, the next part's the same. Inhale, lift your gaze, lift your heart. Exhale, relax back against the support of your hands. And we just keep doing that. Inhale, lift up your heart, look up a little more. Exhale, relax. Spend a few more breaths and maybe you keep going further back, or maybe you already found enough heart opener. You just breathe where you are. See what your body wants, where it wants to take it. Maybe you wiggle your fingers and massage your back a little. Or I guess if your fingers are pointing down, massage your butt a little. Why not? It's yours. You can massage it. Big, hardworking muscles. On the next inhale, slowly bring yourself upright. Release your hands. Now, if you had your fingers pointing out, maybe your hands need a shake. My friend Liza in Boston calls this starfish dance party. It's a counter pose. Feels pretty good. I need another drink. It's amazing how thirsty that standing supported camel made me feel. Let's play with some standing balances. First, tree pose. Hands at your heart. Shift your weight from one leg to the other with your feet planted. If you can, set your eyes on something at about eye level that's not going to move. If that's not doable in the space where you're practicing, allow your eyes to unfocus. Bring the weight into your left leg. Turn your right toes out. Bring your heel up onto your ankle. You can stay there, or maybe bring the sole of your foot to your calf. Maybe bring the sole of your foot to your thigh. Just don't press sideways on your knee. Maybe you grab the wall because you start to fall. Maybe you started on the wall. You can always move over by the wall of the furniture. You can keep your hands here, pressing into center line for steadiness, or explore other shapes and movements. I feel like I need to stretch my hands more. I really put a lot of pressure on my hands in that camel variation. Doesn't hurt, but it was quite a stretch, I guess. Bring your hands back to your heart if they're elsewhere. Pivot your knee forward. Let your foot down. Shake things out. When you're ready, bring your hands back to your heart. Shift side to side again. As you're ready, let the weight come into your right leg. Turn your left toes out. Take your time, bring your heel in and up onto your ankle. Whatever height works for you. Maybe it's there. Kickstand foot, maybe the sole of your foot on your calf or on your thigh. Take whatever arm expression you like. Start over anytime. Change your mind anytime about your expression. If your hands are doing something else, bring them back to your heart. Bring your knee forward and let your foot down and shake things out. I like to do lizard as an alternative to doing pigeon, because pigeon is not always accessible. But another thing we could do is there's a standing variation for pigeon, which is sometimes more accessible. It's a lot less force on your leg. Thinking about pigeon is you really fold one leg up and then you push your whole body weight down on top of it. That just doesn't work for some folks. So hands back at your heart. We shift side to side like we did retreat. You're gonna bring the weight to your left leg. Raise your right knee. Cross your ankle above your left knee. Turn the right knee towards the floor and flex the right toes towards the shin. And yes, you can step over by the wall or a piece of furniture for this, or sure, you can go ahead and do pigeon. I love seeing people do their own thing. And then you're gonna sit as if there's a bench or a chair behind you there. Releasing in the standing leg, the front of the hip, the back of the knee, the front of the ankle. Keep your spine long, keep pressing your hands in to your chest and into each other. Think of your elbows approaching your knee and your foot on that bent leg. And if you get some contact there, it can be nicely steadying. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. Today I got my elbow. There's my foot now, I have my foot. We'll come out slowly. We're going to inhale and straighten the standing leg. If you want, and if you're down low, you can hold the leg, the bent leg, as you stand up. And that feels really neat in the outer hip. Shake things out. And it looks funny, which is just a bonus. So it looks like you've detached your leg when you stand up that way. I freaked out the first time I saw someone do it. I didn't know what was going on. I was new. Hands at your heart. Shift back and forth. When you're ready, let the weight come into your right leg. Pick up your left knee. Cross your ankle over your right knee, or above your right knee, I should say. Turn that left knee towards the floor. Flex your left toes up towards your shin. When you're ready, start to release down into your seat. Just like with lizard or tree or anything else we do on one side than the other, one side may just be different than the other, maybe a little, maybe a lot. See this side, I'm not going to get my elbow on my foot. It's okay, I'm not going to try to force my way there. I may fall any second and start over. I may grab the wall. A controlled fall. I'm trying to come in just enough to come out. When you're ready, inhale, straighten your standing leg, unfold, shake things out. Let's come down and have a seat. Yes, I just gave up on you trying to get back into it. I think that leg just got fatigued. It wasn't going to happen. Why try to force it, right? This is not about forcing things. The sitting down. The maybe more familiar, more accessible parts. Cooling down. Flex your feet back towards your legs extended forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Let your knees bend if they want to. Let your neck disengage. Inhale, think of coming forward. Exhale, think of lowering down some more. Inhaling, walk your hands up the front of your legs and sit yourself up. Use your arms to nudge your legs apart to whatever degree is okay. Walk your hands down your legs. Alternately, if it doesn't feel good to do that, you can walk your hands forward on the floor at center or have a block under your hand to walk forward that way. Inhaling, walk your hands up the front of your legs to sit yourself up. Use your arms to nudge your legs in towards each other, then bend your knees and bring the soles of your feet to touch. Leave a big space between your heels and your pelvis. Reach under your ankles, or if that's not accessible, reach over your ankles. Either is fine. Walk your hands forward on the mat. Let your neck disengage. Breathe into your back. Slowly walk your hands back and press yourself upright. Keep your feet together, bring them in close. Interlace your fingers, grab your toes between your hands, wriggle on your seat, bring the bones in your seat closer to the ground. To tilt your pelvis forward, hips are nice and open after all we've done here. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Now, just because your hips are already open doesn't mean you might not want to. Press your elbows down the inside of your legs. Some of us just like to do that. Forward with a long spine. When the long spine stops lowering, then let your head down, let your neck release. Breathe into your hips. Inhale, slowly sit up. Bring your hands to your legs, lift your knees towards each other. Plant your hands on the floor back behind you. Wiggle your feet out by the edges of your mat. Let your knees go back and forth. As they go to one side, you can turn your head to the other side. If you want to explore a bigger movement, as your knees go down to the right, you can lift your left arm and left hip. Like celebrating the space you cleared in your hips. And let's come down onto our backs. Extend your legs down along the mat. Now we did the standing camel after we did lizard. We're going to do another deep heart opener to follow up on the standing pigeon variation. We're going to explore fish pose with your legs and feet together. Lift your left hip, slide your hand under your butt, palm down. Relax down so you're sitting on the back of your hand. Then do your right hip, your right hand, so you end up sitting on the back of both of your hands. Still zipping your feet and legs together. Start to wriggle your elbows in towards each other, bit by bit. You end up with most of your back, maybe all of your back lifted off the ground, and your weight in your forearms. Still keeping your feet and legs together. Lift your head and chest. Keep your chest and your shoulders lifted. Let your head nice and gently tip back. And see if you can just feel for the crown of your head barely touching down on the ground. Not really putting weight on the neck here, just letting the head kind of rest lightly. We take some big breaths. On the exhales, release any sound that wants to come out. You can stick your tongue out if you want. Slowly lift your head, come all the way forward. Maybe your chin even touches your chest. Then let your shoulders down, keeping your chin forward. Then let the back of your head come down. Lift your hips, slide your hand out. Same on the other side. If your hands got a little numb, you can tap them on the ground or have another starfish dance party, wave your hands around. Taking a few breaths to just take that in. Energetic release of fish pose. Nice deep heart opener. Nice counter to our standing pigeon. Draw your knees in towards your chest, hug your knees. Rock and roll, massage your back against the ground. And let's take our nice deep supine twist here today. I think we're well warmed up for it. It should be effective and feel pretty good. Plant your right foot, heel in close to your butt, and cross your left knee over your right knee. Reach your arms out to the sides with your palms up. Feel your shoulder blades press against the ground. Now we want to keep the shoulders grounded. Now you could just come into the twist like that. Let your knees go to the right and turn your head to the left. If you want a deeper twist, you can press into the ball of your foot and lift your right heel, or maybe lift your whole right foot, drawing your knees in towards your torso. And then let your legs go to the right and your head turn to the left. So the closer your knees are to your torso, the deeper it's going to feel. Just let your breath bring you out. See where the legs want to go. And always change your mind and adjust how close your knees are to your torso for a deeper or less deep sensation in your twist. Slowly bring it all back to center, and then we'll cross legs the other way. And same thing, of course, you could keep your left foot planted, or lift your heel, or lift that whole foot, bring the knees in as close as you want. When you're ready, let your legs go to the left, and turn your head to the right. Bring it all back to center. Uncross your legs. Knees in towards your chest, reach your feet up. Reach your hands up, grab onto your legs or your feet and play with bending and straightening your arms and legs. That's just one way to invert happy baby pose. If your grabber inverts in some other way, go ahead. Whenever you feel complete with inverting, make your way to Shavasana. A resting pose of your choice. You can just breathe, absorbing, integrating the benefits of your practice. It's more important to be comfortable than it is to be in corpse pose. So if corpse pose isn't comfortable, find a posture that is. It's that simple. Only you know what's comfortable for you. You might come back to an intention you set for yourself at the start of practice. Reflect upon it, consider how to extend it into the rest of your day. Maybe you've been thinking about connection for loved ones who passed, springing from comments I've made at the beginning of practice about various holidays. Maybe you just focus on your breath. Maybe you allow yourself to not focus. Start taking some even deeper breaths. Begin to move around bit by bit. And small movements lead gradually to bigger and bigger movements. Take your time, move mindfully, relish that relaxed feeling. When you're ready for the bigger movements, gently sit up. And if you want, bring your hands up by your heart. Thank you for sharing your practice today. The light within me sees and honors that same light in each of you. Namaste. Have a wonderful day. See you next time.